Left. Ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We return to the Axiom Sim Racing Endurance Series. It's the GT3 Challenge. This is round 2 at Silverstone. I've had a bit of a glitch, and yeah, I'm very far back. But this is all about the action from the race, from all kinds of angles. Lap 2, we've got Harvey Mills there in the Porsche, attacking John Cullingworth in the Bentley. Of course, Cullingworth, the winner of both the doubleheader races in round 1. Mills, you know, he can get close, but that's all. It's such a hard track to overtake around this, and I think that's going to become really evident as we watch these replays. On lap 3, we've got Kochik versus Daniel Montero. That Audi, can it take on the Bentley? We saw last week Audi versus Bentley made an interesting battle, but again, cars are very spaced out. At the start of the race, I don't think we're going to see all that much overtaking, but then as the tyres start to wear off at different levels, we're definitely going to see some action. And also, of course, back markers are going to get involved as well, which is really going to put a cat among the pigeons. Same lap, we've got Arnold and Jennings in the AM class. Ferrari versus AMR Vantage. Has that Ferrari got the pace? Hold its place. That's definitely not a Vantage behind it, is it? What is that telling us? That looks like Grombeck's car. Ah, good old highlights. The advantage of Jennings was just pulling away. Now this car, I pointed out in the last episode, this is the car of Paul Lindsay, and I just love the livery on this. It really stands out as one of the unique cars in this series. This is Porsche versus Porsche. Can Lindsay get past Mills? Of course, we saw him spin out very, very late in the second of the double headers last time out, losing lots of places. So, of course, Paul Lindsay hoping for a much better result today at Silverstone. Is he going to get it? Well, we're going to find out later in the race. Lap 5, Lindsay's having another go at Mills. There's only a 0.6 second gap, so he's close. As we come over to the main straight, there's a very fast corner at the end of this. Cars very much line astern as they settle in. There was a lot of lap 1 carnage. The highlights didn't pick up, but we don't want to see carnage. We want to see good, clean racing. You can see just ahead there, Cullingworth starting to catch back markers already on lap 5. Lap 7, Stuart Ladd and Chris Benjies. Again, if I'm butchering that name, just tell me. Can Ladd make up a place here in that McLaren? It's a very battered looking vehicle, isn't it? Wow. He's definitely been in the wars with that, so doing very well to hold his 6th place at this time. Is he going to make many places? Has he got any damage? I guess we'll find out if there's a long pit stop. Lap 7, we've got Robert Jennings in 16th place in the AM category. He's being chased by Mag Arnold in the Ferrari. I think this is what we were actually looking at earlier, that was a bit of a failed replay. Again, cars struggling to follow each other around here. Maybe it'll be the pit stops where all the positions are made up. Who knows? We're getting to the point now at lap 7 where tyres were starting to feel a little bit slidey. This was a 1 hour race. Cullingworth versus Mills, so the Porsche there catching up with the leader. It looks like Cullingworth having a bit of issue with back marker traffic. Is that going to play a role in this? Again, you get to these faster sections with the sweeping corners, and the cars just can't follow each other. Very interesting. It's very different to the Zandvoort circuit. Very different challenge. Not Cullingworth here going to make a pass, but that's a lap. That's not a position. Lindsay versus Mills battle raged on to lap 10. As you can see, Still a second between them. They're still very, very consistent, these guys at the front. Not like us guys at the back, we're all over the place, but the guys at the front, very consistent. You know they're going to be taking advantage of any back marker incidents, any running wide, tyres going off. These guys are just going to pounce. Lap 11, Stuart Ladd versus Dan Pye, so from Ladd and Pye, man. Which does sound like it would be a great superhero series. This is the battle for 5th place. Oh, that's me. Just trying to get out of the way. Because yes, these front runners were very, very quick. Can't stress how quick these guys were. Something else that's very different to Zandvoort last time out. The gap between the fastest and the slowest was much, much bigger this time out. It's Stefan Linger in the Lexus. He was chasing down Mag Arnold, who has for some reason disappeared from the timing. Oh, but there we go. That's actually not for position, I don't think. That is just a Linger putting a lap on Arnold. Linger in 19th place. I think he's at the back of the Pro category, just behind Pierce there in the Am category. Arnold versus Dorlaz. This is at the sharp end of the Am category. Ferrari chasing down the Aston Martin. Can he get into slipstream? I think he's a little bit too far back. Yeah, he's too far back. Never mind. Not the most action-packed of races. Or is it? What's to come? Lots of blue flags. We're going to be seeing blue flags pretty much all the way through this video, because there was a lot of lapping going on. Dorlaz versus Grombeck. The Aston Martin against the Lamborghini. Lamborghini is a great colour scheme. It's so colourful, and the Aston Martin very, very shiny, and that's it, makes it stick. That's a pass for Dorlaz. Well done. Thank you for giving us that action, because we sorely needed it. Dorlaz now. Oh, Grombeck going to the pits there. And this is myself and Cook. This is a race for position, but of course Cook is much, much faster than me. He's going on the inside of the Porsche. Gonna try and go around the outside. Just too far around the outside. Too far. I hopped back onto the race line as quickly as I could and put Pierce off there. I just feel so bad about that. But you know, that's racing. So, sorry Jack. I'll try and make it up to you by putting a link to your YouTube channel in the description, and hopefully you can get to 100 subs before I get to 200. Speaking of which, consider dropping a subscription if you like a subscription. Cannot speak today. We've got Sintervan versus Nelson, Lamborghini versus Ferrari. That looks like Sintervan has come off worse from that. Although he's the one with the purple car, so points for that. We have the same colour wheels as well. Arnold versus Calabrezos. I'm going to get that right before the end of the season, I promise. Arnold in the Ferrari, Calabrezos in the Bentley, and I think the gap is just too big. Yeah, I don't think Arnold's going to make that work, but I don't think it's position anyway. No, it's not. These guys are quite far away from each other. Linger and Boardman. Now, I remember that Boardman had some damage towards the end of the race. He's not got it here, so I think this is when Chris Boardman was still very, very fast in that Aston Martin. Linger there goes defensive in the Lexus, but it's too late. Boardman just sweeps past him. Okay, that's good. That's a position. That's what is that? That's for 5th. Pass at the sharp end of the pros. Quickly sharp end of the pros. Paul Lindsay and Dan Pye. This is, of course, Lindsay's very anime-inspired livery. He seems to have lost a few places here. I wonder if that's due to pit stops. Dan Pye running 6th in the Ferrari. Doesn't look like he's really going to threaten Lindsay at this point. Now, there's a 7.7 second gap. I'm not quite sure why ACC thought this would make a good highlight. I don't know, maybe it just likes that livery as well. Calabrizos in the Bentley and Meg Arnold in the Ferrari. Once again the same place, but these are in two different classes. So you would expect Arnold to come off worse here, which he does. That's not for position, that other pass on Arnold, I don't think. That looks to me like he's being lapped. There was a lot of chaos around the back markers. Arnold and Grombeck, this is one of those fights that you just expect to keep on seeing. Arnold very, very close to Grombeck's rear wing there as they come back onto the start-finish line. Once more. Nice train here forming behind Grombeck, could really provide us with some action. It looks to me like Arnold's got some damage to his front splitter. I think maybe he's rear-ended a back marker. I don't know. Maybe you can let us know in the comments. This is a battle that continued to rage, but it looks like whoever that is in the Audi is not showing right on the side of the screen there. He's really hassling Arnold, really putting him off. So I don't think we're going to see a pass here. Maybe later. I'll have to wait and see. Oh, it looks like Arnold taking a bit of a wide line there, trying to get some speed up. Doesn't make it work. Oh, it was Hansen. So it was Hansen in the Audi who was hassling Arnold there. He's got past. And now he's charging after Martin Grombeck in the Lamborghini. The Audi very good last week. In fact, Scott Hansen was very good last week as well. Oh no, he's lost it. Little too much on the loud pedal. Oh, that's going to place us lost. Very unlucky. Chris Boardman, now this is the part of the race toward the end, 22 laps in, where he's got damage. Paul Lindsay has caught up with him. This is going to be a pass for second place. So Boardman there, I'm sure, must have been absolutely gutted by that. Oh, very unlucky. Lindsay there trying to make up for the mistake he made last week. He's on for a great result if he can finish in that second place. Meanwhile, it's just damage limitation for Chris Boardman, who's now got Dan Pye for company in the Ferrari. How long can he hold off Pye with that damage? He's going to be understeering like crazy, probably down on power. No, that's simple enough. Dan Pye and Stuart Ladd as well just sweep past him. So unlucky. He was looking good for a podium, was Boardman, but well, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Montero also caught up with Boardman. You see, even drivers unlapping themselves. Oh, it's just, you've got a feel for him at this point. Boardman there just gets out of the way completely. That's very gentlemanly of him. Doesn't want to hold up Daniel Montero. That's the sort of sporting spirit we like to see in Axiom Sim Racing. Absolutely brilliant stuff. You know that Boardman's going slow because even I've caught up with him there in the background, and that's saying something. Christian Iglesias and Martin Grombeck, McLaren versus Lamborghini. We're seeing the McLaren there really getting hassled. Yeah, that wasn't by McLaren. I'm just going to give up with the right in the top right corner because it's not giving us the right information. That might even have been Pierce there that came through. Oh, ACC, what are you doing to me? It went so well last time out at Zandvoort, and this just isn't working out at all. Marko Kocic coming up to Chris Boardman and take that place off him. I think that's the lead car in the AM class. So he'd be absolutely delighted to get past Boardman, I'm sure. Chris Boardman, not an easy nut to crack, but sadly the front of his car seems cracked open. Tommy Atkins was the next guy to catch up with Chris Boardman. He was also in the AM class, running second. Atkins in the Bentley. Very nice ASR liveried Bentley. And Lindrup comes through as well in that Aston Martin. So Chris Boardman, who had been running second, tumbling down the order. Bad times. Meanwhile, Daniel Scott versus Eric Sinterfant. The Mercedes there, pitching up to the back of the Lamborghini. Can he make this move? He's got the inside for that last corner. Which means he's also got the inside for the first corner. Oh, but he's already ahead. Can Sinterfant cut back? He cannot. So Daniel Scott there in the Brabham Scott Racing Mercedes, making that move in the AM class. Excellent stuff. Meanwhile, 29 laps in, it's Cullingworth again in the DPM GT racing car. He's going to come home for yet another win. So that's 3 races, 3 wins. Can this man be stopped? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anything could happen. Maybe these first 2 tracks were just tracks he was really good at and really fast on. Tell you what, I'll leave you with the scores and you can decide for yourself. Hopefully I'll see you next time for the next race. Be good to yourselves and those around you. Bye bye for now.